Welcome, everybody, to the next installment of the Upscale Business Podcast. We are here today to chat about something that is dear to your heart and mine. Profit. Yes. More importantly, but 7 things that you can do with that profit.
Yes. For a lot of people, that might feel like a bit of a stretch at the moment. I know January is sometimes a bit of a crawl back to getting your business back to where you were before the mad Christmas rush. So doesn't seem to be a major theme at the moment, but I think when people start really focusing in on the work that they're doing to get themselves back to that profit position, you do often find yourself sitting there wondering what to do with it.
Yep.
So
I think sometimes you got to zoom out. It's like if you focus on the micro, which might just be this month, or next month, or one of the months in business, or even a single quarter, maybe there isn't much profit there. But realistically, the goal here in business is to, over the course of a year or a period of time, to make sure your business is profitable.
Yep.
And so I'm going to be really honest. I only have one answer to this. One answer of what to do with your profit.
What's that?
Distribute and spend.
Right.
Now, I obviously have other answers, but that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Now, there's obviously some smart ways to do this and some unsmart ways to distribute and spend. But you've got heaps of answers here.
Yeah.
Wait.
What?
I think it's important that everyone understands why you have so many answers here. Could it be that you are an accounting coach?
Possibly. Yes. I mean, when you start talking about long-term planning and where your profit comes into play, I think there are some very smart ways to distribute your profit.
Yes.
Rather than spending.
Yes. Look, like I said, it was a joke. I know some other stuff, but it is. Let's think about this in the simplest form, right? Most people start businesses to essentially get more time freedom, make more money, or have more energy, better quality of life, right? And so, like, taking that money out of the business is the ultimate outcome most people look at trying to achieve here.
Yeah.
And so, there are other things. I am aware of them, which we will dive into in a second, but that is a fun one.
It is, of course. And it kind of ties in nicely to the vision board kind of theme that Em was speaking about recently, which is, like, obviously you start out with a dream and some goals, and what does that look like? Like, for a lot of people, it's actually things like cars and upgrading you. What? Crazy. Mitch, cars? I would never have thought that would have sparked your interest.
I know. I have to move house at the moment because I don't have enough garage space. We can't get DA approval to put another shed on our 8 acres to put cars in.
Right.
I know.
And there's too much rain and hail.
I know this. I know this. We had a hailstorm here a couple of months ago, and I ended up having to put cardboard all over the car to make sure that it didn't get dinted.
Okay. All right. Well, keeping on track. So one of the first things that I would recommend is obviously reinvesting your profits back into your business. So does that look like upgrading your equipment, your tools, things along those sort of trains of thoughts?
Why, like, hang on a sec, is this a numerical order? Is one what you would advise first? If it's there, is it a smarter thing to do because there's some tax benefits?
Not necessarily. I mean, we do touch on improving some of your tax efficiencies further down the line, but I would say these are just take what you can from them for anyone listening, like whatever like sparks your interest. I think just they're all basically
Speak with your accountant around what the best ones are for you to be doing at the moment.
I think so, yeah.
Awesome.
It's just giving you some ideas, really.
I like it. I like it.
The next one, number 2, building your cash reserve.
Arena would love that you have said this.
Yes.
Do you have like a mathematical equation around working out what cash reserves should look like or could look like?
Arena does recommend for a lot of her clients, put aside from your net profit balance each month a small percentage. So it doesn't have to be big. She even says 1%. That's something. You're starting somewhere. Yep. sometimes that's all people can afford to do on a month-to-month basis when they're going through the slower months. But at least it's creating that habit of putting away some money.
Yep. Now, knowing the competitive person that you are, and Arena has said 1%, I hear 2% for you.
Yeah, I'm feeling like that's going to be my new motto.
Yeah.
Put 2% away.
2%, 100% better than E. I'll endorse that if you like.
Yeah.
That could be your tagline here.
We've now got a new competition about how much our clients are putting away as cash reserves.
I like it.
Same.
Yeah. So do the clients.
Okay, number 3, pay down your debt.
What's debt?
Oh, we've got, well, it depends who it's with, how much it is, but the most common debts we see are with the tax office. We've got finance loans.
Yep.
Mortgage repayments. A lot of clients actually put money aside into their offset account to bring down their own mortgage.
I like that.
So that's something you can think about as well. Talk to your accountant about that if it could be an option for you.
Yep. I like it.
Yeah.
I'd always, I grew up in that space of like healthy and unhealthy debts, you know, and for me, healthy debt makes me make more money and unhealthy debt essentially costs me money.
Yes.
Yep. And so I was always taught to look at the difference between the amount of money I can make on the healthy debt side and the unhealthy debt. And it's like whichever one's greater. So sometimes it's like, yeah, okay, cool. I should probably pay down my unhealthy debts.
Being what, for example, like your credit card?
Credit card would be a great example of that. But there's an investment opportunity over here with a very low risk that can make me far greater than what my credit card interest rates might sit at.
Yes.
And so that's the way in which I look at things, not saying that it's the right way. None of this is actual advice around the financial space, but it's something that I've looked at before in and around how I pay down my debts.
Cool.
Yep.
Another option is to reward yourself and your team.
I like this one.
Yeah, me too. It can come at the end of financial year.
Yep.
It could come month on month.
Yep.
It could come as a one-off.
I think a lot of people don't understand the impact that the reward on the team can have on actually the future growth potential of the business.
Yes.
You know, so by doing nice things or like the investment or the reward into the team could be an educational space. It might be, like I said, niceties. It might be in the bonus space.
Yeah.
But there are so many ways in which by rewarding the team, it can actually then give you a compounding investment on that reward on a future stance.
It kind of ties back into the first point we had, which was reinvesting in your business. It's sort of along the same train of thought. It's like reinvesting back into your employees and recognizing hard work that they've done to get you to a point of having net profit enough that you are thinking of what to do with it.
Yep.
Another option is to invest in growth. So I really like this one as well because it comes under that future planning. Like, are you going to start looking at some different avenues for revenue growth for your business? And are you going to have to start investing in that now with some of your extra profits in order to be able to start looking at that becoming like a different arm of your business? So
Yep. So this one could be even something like, if we're going to invest in growth, it could be that we put on an additional tradesman. Yep. And then we have to ultimately, you know, pay a marketing fee to make sure that there's enough leads to feed that tradesman.
Yeah.
So that it allows the projection of future growth and revenue coming into the business.
Yeah, absolutely. It's even as simple as spending more in a different ad space to generate leads in a different area. So if you're an electrician and you're looking at maybe expanding into the refrigeration and that kind of electrical work.
Yep.
Does that mean that you need to start spending a little bit more money in that space to be able to start generating those leads?
Cool. I like that one. All right. You got number 6. I think we're at 6, aren't we?
Yeah.
You're good at this.
Through 'em?
Yep. What was that?
We're racing through 'em?
You are racing through. All right.
Okay, cool. Number 6, improve tax efficiency.
Improve tax efficiency. A couple of words I never thought I'd hear thrown together.
It's a really fancy way of saying
Tell me, because I'm wondering.
talk to someone about getting better tax deductions.
Okay, cool. And so where would I go to get that info?
An accountant, a tax accountant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you, in your experience, have any tax deduction areas that your accountant has introduced you to that have surprised you, or?
I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to say that they've introduced ones that have surprised me. I think I've been doing this now for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like the business ownership space. And I think it's actually the other way.
Okay.
It's that things have come up which have surprised me that I can't claim now.
Right.
Yep. So it feels like the ATO has started to claw things over the last 20 years is a long time. Fuck, I feel old. But it's like what used to be able to be claimed back in the day is very different to what can be claimed now.
Okay.
And so sometimes when an accountant makes me aware of you can't claim that anymore, I'm like, whoa, what? You can't claim that anymore.
Yep.
So it probably hasn't gone the other way.
Okay.
But that's because I find I'm really proactive in the space of making sure I myself know what I can claim.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. I'm not so interested in what I can't claim.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I'm more interested, and so therefore I do keep up to date. We own a bookkeeping agency here, and also we've got obviously all the accounting coaches as well.
Yeah.
So I do like to keep versed on what I can claim. Yep. Any things that have, I guess, surprised you when you've learnt them that you can actually claim them?
I guess one that a lot of people don't think about is actually the cost incurred in setting up your business. So I think if my memory serves me correctly, that's black hole expenditure, which is money that you're putting towards setting up your business. So all the fees you incur from getting your accountant to help you with that can be tax deductible in your first year of business. Yep.
Actually, me and E did a podcast a while back. Sunnies.
What?
I didn't realize sunglasses. So I drive to clients a lot. Yeah. And so therefore sunglasses are a tax deductible expense. I know. I don't know if my voice went up. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Sunnies.
Yeah. So yeah, I was actually on that podcast.
Protective clothing. Hello.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, uniforms. Okay, let's keep charging on. The seventh and final tip that we have for excess revenue would be to diversify and invest.
Okay.
So that's getting a little bit more niche and probably a little bit less a regular thing that I see from clients, but it's savvy.
I think you get to a level where that becomes a highly attractive thing.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think it's really important to note that a lot of the time your accountants won't be the ones that actually bring certain things like this to, like higher level tactics. And so it's really important that you ask the questions consistently every year on year and talk about your financial positions and what you're trying to achieve to ultimately bring up the other things that might be available to you now.
And also not to be scared of them. I think they can be a bit scary and feel like there's a lot of risk involved, but having the understanding and the knowledge to then go take it to your accountant is a really good step because
they're on your side.
They're on your side.
Yeah.
And so are we.
So are we. Okay, look. Let's say you had to pick one of your favorite. Which one's your favorite? Let's say business owner, you got some moolah sitting there. Which one's your favorite?
I reckon invest in growth. I think it would bring you a lot of pride. It would bring me a lot of pride as a business owner to know that I've identified an area that I can expand into and that I've actually put some of the profits that I've generated back into that and then to see it succeed. And then to be able to, I think it's just an exciting thing as a business owner to be able to then create a new revenue stream.
Yep.
And watch how much that impacts your business. Yeah.
It also has a compounding impact. Is what a lot of people don't realize is that you build a business and you reinvest in the growth space and yes, that should mean that maybe next month, next quarter, next year you see growth. But by reinvesting in the business now, essentially the business should be worth more at the point of sale as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it gives twice.
Yeah.
It's like you will make more in the future from the business, but you'll also make more when you go through the sale evaluation because the revenue and the profit has now also increased.
Value adding.
Yep. I think a lot of people get this when they talk about like investment properties. You know, you add another room and you make more money.
Yep.
Yep, when you sell the house, and then they also get it on the rental space. Yep, each week you might get more in a rental return from doing that. But business is exactly the same.
You're adding a new room to your business.
Add a new room to your business.
Your
Give
business
it a fresh
is the
coat
house.
of paint.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love it.
I like it.
What about you? What's your favorite?
I'm going to go with that one as well. There's a reason we're called Upscale.
Yeah.
Yep, and it's about essentially scaling your business. We want to see business owners start to enjoy and love the process of business so much that they want to keep moving forward with that journey and ultimately have the ability to earn more from the business vehicle that they've created. You know, I know the cliche answer in most listing would be like, yeah, it's definitely going to be reward yourself. But at the end of the day, the challenge with the reward yourself is you obviously have to pay more tax on that personal income that comes out. And so if you can actually find ways to reward yourself internally through the business, it's far more advantageous to you than just simply taking cash and having a splurge. That goes real quick.
So I said the right answer.
Hey, I asked what your answer was.
And we didn't even plan it.
I know. There's no right or wrong answer. Like realistically, it's they're all at different stages. They're all right at different stages. They're all right for different people. You know, like maybe you're really sick and you fucking need that money to pay for some treatment.
Yeah, totally.
Like it's right then.
Yeah. And that's why I said that they're not in any order in particular. It's like the right one will stick out to you at the right time.
I like it.
Cool.
Should we land it there?
I think so.
Right. Thanks for listening. Say hi to the team for us. You.